Hello, my name is Jeff, and welcome to my garage, which is also the space for Arborgeist woodworking. Uh, yes, I know what you're thinking. I know it's going to be hard for me to manage the ins and outs of a YouTube channel with so little red aluminum and so few green and white caboodles behind me, but I'll do my best to manage. Um, when thinking about setting up a YouTube channel, I sort of figured that I should maybe clean up first, and make it look presentable, like so many other YouTube channels have these, immaculate walls of tools behind them and such. And I thought, people normally skip the step where they organize their garage from the start. I'm a small, hobbyist sized woodworker who works out of a garage. And essentially, I have two walls, one 20-foot wall and one piece of 18-foot wall in the space in the middle of the garage to work in. So that has to be sort of organized in a very specific way. Having more shop space would make things a lot different and generally easier. But for most of us who do woodworking, or maybe most of us who get most of our woodworking knowledge off of YouTube, a small shop space is more what we're accustomed to. So I figure for the start of this channel, I would just go ahead and document or film the process of cleaning up the space so that it's a functional small shop. It involves a lot of casters on movable workstations for things like my bandsaw and table saw, and modular storage for things like hand tools, which go on the cleat wall, which I have a video for the construction of that I will put out later. I've been woodworking for a few years now, and I thought that I might try and combine two things I really like: woodworking and teaching, and maybe a YouTube channel full of instructional videos might be helpful for some people. It'll be fun for me to make, and we'll see how it goes. I feel like my shop is in a pretty typical state for most hobbyist woodworkers. I see a lot of photos on Reddit of people whose shops are, 8-foot high piles of tools that have been stacked in sort of a however gravity left them kind of way. So, I don't feel too bad about the state mine is in, but it could be in a lot better condition to improve workflow when I'm actually working on a project that doesn't have to do with cleaning up the shop. For all I know, I'm the most disorganized woodworker there is, and everyone is going to hate this. So the first few videos I'm going to do are going to deal mostly with organizing a small shop like this into a better state. Like most people, I started with few tools, and it was easy to keep organized when I had very few tools. And over time, I've gathered quite the collection, and it just sort of got out of hand and never got fully reorganized. So I'm going to redo the whole thing, and hopefully it's in a much more usable state by the time I get back to making things like furniture or other stuff that I actually want to make out of wood. Since most YouTube workshops sort of present themselves in a pretty curated state from the start, I thought it might be kind of fun to document this transition from sort of organized, semi-organized piles to a more organized shop for better workflow. And I can film myself doing some commissions and instructional videos on helpful little tips that are more geared towards small garage shops. Hopefully you find these videos informative and interesting, and I will keep making them as long as one person is watching them.